Hello everyone. The topic of today's collective reading is for the area of your finance and love. As always, this is going to be a short reading just as my other readings thus far, but I'm going to add a second area here to extend the reading a little bit, so I'm going to experiment with this here. Please let me know if this resonates by liking or leaving a comment below, and without further ado, I will start the reading. So the first part of the reading is going to be about the area of your finances, and it's a little bit of a darker story I'm getting here, but please don't be too troubled by it. The point of the readings on my channel is to provide a bit of that silver lining or affirm some of the moving parts here, so you're able to better work with this. So hopefully you'll get something from this that is ultimately for your better health. And I say it this way because health-wise, I see that it can go south for you quite easily if you're not being mindful. So the story I'm getting, when you think about your finances, there's a little bit of a burnout energy, a little stagnant, a little defeated, because you're not seeing quote-unquote progress. But because you do seem to know where and how it's affecting you, this is already a good place to be. There is also another version I'm getting. Maybe there's anger and frustration from having felt robbed in some sense of your resources, finances, something material that was precious to you. That's triggering this whole bigger worry about money overall, and you're not seeing a clear way through about how this will go. So either way, in any case, looking at the bigger picture always helps a lot. So right now, because there's some financial worries, it would help to consider what a life without these financial worries would do for you in all aspects of your life. So through the cards here, I'm seeing that to you it echoes the same ideas as anyone else, that it would afford feeling stable in life, being able to support your family, yourself, settling down and being happy doing the things that you love with the people whom you love, and that happily ever after essentially would become available for you too. So even though this is a shared dream with possibly everyone to have ever lived, alive now and in the future, this particular dream is especially central to you in this period now, in your thoughts and feelings about your finances. This is good to identify because it informs you about what you're associating here with your financial well-being. But now I feel the next thing to consider is where your ideas of wealth stem from. I feel this would do you good because from the cards here, this is a pretty classic association, I feel, coming from social media here in our time now. And those who are wealthy, you get to see how good it can be, right? How if it were that good, you can choose what you want to do it instantly. You want something materially and it's yours in the next moment. Maybe there's particular popular personalities you follow and you know the ins and outs of their lives that aren't so great, and you're like, oh, even their suffering looks sexy. So this is quite dangerous, I feel, particularly for you, because this is planting karmic seeds for you that can lead to actual sickness and poor health. So we all have things that make us, make us look more handsome, I guess, right? But there are other things too that can actually make us sick. And for you, I feel like this topic of your finances is that source of illness for you if you're not, just because of how greatly you associate the good in your life with having wealth, and not just middle class wealth. Maybe you feel that becoming a millionaire or something like that is the only way for you to get your happiness. So these are what's coming through. And I would add, having ambitious goals in any area of our lives is healthy, but this has to come relative to where your station in life is at any given point. So for example, for a millionaire with thriving business ventures, to aim to become a multi-millionaire is a doable thing for them because they have the means for it. For common folks on a salary, home ownership, for example, can be one of their biggest goals. And this is what's realistic. So what I feel is happening here for you instead is you're just taking in the lifestyle of the rich and, everything that's shown on social media, seeing how you can make it your own while not having the means to be about it. And this, if you're not careful to rein it in, it can lead to a bit of a dark night of the soul moment for you. I'm seeing based on the spread here. and the intuitive story I'm getting. And from the higher octave, I mean, going through something like this can't be really like bad for you ultimately, because from the higher octave, anything that is this intensely felt spiritually will do good for you. But I feel like the purpose of you being here on this reading is so it can give you that red flag in your approach here, so it doesn't have to become this difficult karmic lesson for you. So the best way forward, I'm seeing, is to work with what you have right now, show gratitude, and just really readjust your reference point when it comes to wealth and ideas of wealth and things, and look at how best you can create a little more peace here in the immediate future, and then imagine the realistic trajectory of growth here bit by bit as you get there, because the fixation is actually not helping. Alright, so moving on from here, this is going to be love part of the reading. So I hope that this will lighten up the mood a little bit for you. To start off the reading, I want to give you some acknowledgement and applaud for what I feel have been tough lessons in love. And by virtue of having worked through them, you now have a good idea of what you want in a relationship and how you want to build in them, because you know well too now how you show up, and it's nothing to take lightly or for granted, I'm seeing. So you've done well here, great work. And from the cards here for this part of the reading, I also feel that these challenging relationships of the past have also made you a little combative in how you are in relationships overall too, which is something to look out for. And it's the only bit of advice I'm getting here in love for you. With this, I would add, arguments and disagreements are a natural part of a relationship, but the end result should serve the relationship more and help to strengthen the intimacy, trust, and understanding in each other more. But here I feel like it may turn out that they become more about protecting your ego and pride. And I'm sorry if it sounds like an attack, but I promise it's not. But this is just to make you aware of what I'm seeing here based on the cards here. So yes, it seems like these fights that happen in the relationship, it seems like it becomes more about protecting your ego and pride. And the focus really should be on protecting the relationship and understanding each other so the relationship thrives if you really are both in this and invested. And I know that for those who know a degree of pain from relationships, sometimes it really can't be helped because there are already formed ideas about how others cooperate with you in relationships. But I feel the challenge here is more about seeing consistently what you do in the privacy of your mind, which I feel it's more so to do with I'm sorry again, about fulfilling your personal interest, because when fights happen, I feel like it's more about winning at all cost. So long as your ego and pride are intact, I feel like sometimes there's like a unconscious leaning towards sort of having that just be enough, and this creates toxicity, especially in a really healthy relationship, because as far as I'm seeing, you are with your match, and this relationship that you're in allows and helps both of you be more settled in. To treat it with respect and honoring it in the privacy of your mind too is the only way to move forward, because this is one of those connections that bring light into your life both ways. That expression that's used in love, quote unquote, you light up my world, it belongs here. And so I just want to, just in a big sister type of way, that you don't use these kind of connections, but treat it as sacredly as it is. Otherwise you lose out on something irreplaceable, and you definitely would feel the loss of it. So this feels like it's about having an appreciation and reverence for these kinds of relationships and connections. Maybe there's more of these kinds of connections coming to you overall, so be mindful of your conduct here, and that there is a sense of duty and integrity here too, as you would consider outward expressions of where they really could be measured, like in the public eye, like in the workplace, because everything is accounted for in life. So I hope this brought some clarity, and thank you for listening all the way through. If you have, please like and subscribe if this resonated, and I wish you all the best. Until next time, take care, bye-bye.